Hey guys, it's Cracking Kumon with another video, and today, since someone requested it, we'll be doing F66a and 66b, so make sure you comment to get your video here. First one, 3 over 8 divided by, in brackets, 7 over 9 times 9 over 14. Firstly, we follow BEDMAS, so that means we always do brackets first for b, so we do what's in here first. Now, cross multiplication you can lose here. If we look, I'll just do a note over here, 7 over 9 times 9 over 14. If we look here, those two numbers have a common factor of 7, so they can both be divided by 7. So 7 over 7, so 7 can be divided by 7 once, so it would be 1 over, and then times, and then it would be something over 2, because 7 goes into 14 twice. Now we can cross multiply these two, and 9 goes into 9 once, so they would both be 1. So this here is just the same as that. Now it's just 1 times a half, right? Because it's just 1 times a half, which is just a half. So you have 3 over 8 divided by a half. Now, write 3 over 8. Since it's division, you want to change that to a multiplication. So what you do is swap these two around. That's 2 over 1, right? But that's just the same as 2. So it's 3 over 8 times 2. Now, 3 times 2, since you did that, is just 6, and then over 8. Now, 6 and 8 can both, 2 can go into both 6 and 8. So, 6 divided by 2 is 3, and 8 divided by 2 is 4. So your final answer is 3 over 4. For this one, we do the one in brackets first, so we did this first. We cross multiply, so we can cross that out and make that a 1, and cross that out and make that a 2. Because 3 goes into 6, because the common factor of 3 and 6 is 3, and 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into 6 twice. Now we can't do it for 4 and 5, so it will be a half divided by 1 over 4, see this, and keep this in brackets, times 5 over 2. Since you have the 5 and the 2, and the 1 and the 4. That would be 1 over 2 divided by, bracket, times 1 and 5, 5, and times 4 and 2, 8. But you don't need the brackets anymore. Since it's division, you swap the sign for multiplication, and by doing that, you have to swap these two around. So your next one would be a half times 8 over 5. Now, you can use cross multiplication with the 2 and the 8 again. So that would be 1, that would be 4. So, 1 times 4 is 4, over 1 times 5 is 5. Now, this one, since it's minus, you have to do 1 over 2 minus, then the brackets. Since it's minus, you have to make sure these are both the same. The LCM of 4 and 8 is just 8. And 4 times what is 8? 4 times 2 is 8. So, 4 and 3 have to both be times by 2. So that would be 6 over 8 minus, just bring this one over, 3 over 8, bracket, equals 1 over 2, because this part just stays here, minus, because of that, then 6 minus 3, these two numbers, 3 over 8. Now, 1 over 2 can go to 4 over 8, because we need to make these the same. So it will be 4 over 8 minus 3 over 8. Then, in the end, 4 minus 3 is just 1 over 8. For this one, we start off with the 7 over 8 minus, then brackets, then we find the LCM of these two, which is 12. 1 times what is 12? Oh no, 4 times what is 12? It's 4 times 3 is 12. So you times the top one by 3. So it would be 3 over 12 plus 6 times what is 12? 6 times 2 is 12. So you times the top one and the bottom by 2. So 2 over 12. Now that you've got those two, close brackets, you do 7 over 8 minus, then you work out this, 3 plus 2, 5 over 12. Now, for this one, what you have to do is you have to find the lowest common multiple of these two numbers, which is just 24, because 8 and 12 both go into 24. 7 and 8, you focus on the bottom one here. 8 times what is 24? It's 8 times 3 is 24. So you have to times this side by 3. So 7 times 3, 21 over 24. Minus 12 times 2 is 24, so you times this side by 2. 10 over 24, which is equal to 11 over 24. For this one, you have to find the LCM of those two, which is 4 over 6, because the LCM is 6, and 3 times 2 is 6, so you times this by 2, and then you do the minus, and then you keep this in brackets, and then you do 2 times 3 is 6, so you times this by 3, 3 over 6, brackets, times 4 over 9, which is equal to 1 over 6 times 4 over 9. You can use cross multiplication, so that would be 2 and that would be 3, and that would be 2 over 27. For this one here, find the LCM of 2 and 3, which is 6. So it would be over 6. 2 times 3 is 6, so you times this by 3. 3 over 6 minus 3 times 2 is 6, so you times this by 2 also. So 2 over 6. Brackets, remember? Oh, don't forget the brackets. And then we can just swap these around because we want to change this to a multiply. So we do times 12 over 1. Then we do 3 minus 2 up here is 1 over 6 because the bottom stays the same. Times 12 over 1 is just 12. So it's 12 equals, since it's 12 times 1, you have to times those two. You just bring the 12 up to the top. And then you do over 6. 12 over 6 is 2, because 6 goes into 12 twice. For this one, the LCM of these two is 12. So you have to do 4 times what is 12? 4 times 3 is 12. So you times this whole thing by 3. So it's 9 over 12 minus over 12. 6 times 2 is 12. So you times this by 2. And put these in brackets. Times, bring the 4 over 7 down. 4 over 7. Then that would be 9 minus 2, 7 over 12 times 4 over 7 equal to cross multiplication. That's 1, that's 1, and that's 1, and that's 3. So 1 times 1, and 3 times 1. So 1 times 1 is 1 over 3. Last question. 2 times 5 over 6 minus 5 over 9 in brackets would be, keep the 2, put it over, 18. So, because 6 and 9, the LCM of that is 18. 6 times 3 is 18. So you also do the 5 times 3. So it's 15 over 18 minus 9 times 2 is 18. So you have to times this whole thing by 2. So it's 10 over 18. Then you do what's in brackets, so 2 times 15 minus 10 is 5 over 18. Then you do 2 times 5 is 10, these two here, and then just stay the 18 over. And then 10 and 18 can be simplified to 5 over 9. That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to leave a comment if you're having trouble with anything, and have a good day.